Kelly here with Kelly Crafts It All. Today I thought I'd come on and show you something that I got. I'm going to say for Christmas because it's near Christmas time. So I'm saying this is something that I wanted gift that, you know, I bought for myself because my husband's like, I don't know what to buy you. Just go get what you want to get and we'll say it's your present. So that's what we did. And that's what we do every year because we 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 don't need a whole lot of stuff, so we kind of get stuff for our hobbies. So what I got was on Amazon for $94.18. It is the Find Scrap Bloom die cutting and embossing machine, and it's a 9-inch machine. So I said, okay, I need a new die cutting machine. I have the old Cuttlebug that I've had for years. And it is just about worn itself out. I have gotten paper jammed up in the rollers, and my husband had to unjam it. And when he did, it kind of bent the plastic. So now it doesn't equally pressure the dies. It'll cut on one side, but not good on the other. And I've got to flip it around and run it back through. So I said, enough of that. I'm getting back into dies. I have my Cricut die cutting machine, my electric machine that runs with a program. I have that one and I love it, but there's words that I love to make, and I love to use the 5mm foam, and I do them like this. And Cricut does not cut foam, and it's not going to cut no 5mm foam. So I got myself a new die cutting machine. So without further ado, I'm going to unbox this for you. This is not sponsored by any way, shape, or form. I bought this with my own money and based it on the reviews that I had seen. And the reviews were pretty good for this die cutting machine, so I went with it. This is how it comes, and it's very, very heavy. It just came this morning. So here is how it comes boxed. And then we had gotten some other gifts for other people, and so it came in this humongous box, and then it was in this box. So this was laying on top of it. So I guess we can go through, well, we'll go through that later. We'll try to get this machine out of here for one thing. Looks like there's some plates here, and the machine itself. And I got the mint, or light blue. It looks more mint green to me. So I'm going to try to get this out of here. I may have to shut the camera off and let you guys see it. All right, that wasn't too bad. Okay, so here it is, and then it's packaged really well. It's got all styrofoam inset into the, around the machine. So I'm going to try to get this all apart. Okay, this is the, well, it's a little marred up there. I don't know. It don't look used or anything, but just probably from rubbing in the packaging, because there's a little something in there. Looks like cardboard or something. Maybe fibers got in there and got squashed. But this is the big plate, I'm assuming. And like I said, this is the 9-inch machine. And then these are the clear plates. And then this is the machine itself. Oh, okay, and the handle is on the other side. All right. I think I've got all the pieces. And like I said, this is not sponsored by anyone or anything. This is just for me. And I'm trying to see. Now, like on my Cricut, it has suction cups. This one doesn't. It looks like it just has feet, but it's really heavy, so it doesn't feel like it's going to be moving around too much. So I guess we got to put this handle on. All right, it doesn't look like it's too complicated. It's like right here on the side here. It just kind of fits on there one way. Looks like they may give you 2 screws. And a little Allen wrench. And there's a little cap. What goes at the top of it? I'm guessing. I don't know. I didn't even look into the instruction book or for any of that. So, okay. I guess we're done with that. That'll go in my bag of tools. So we've got the machine here. And then let's see if there's any. Doesn't look like there's any instructions, really. There may be. We'll go through this bag here now. Of what they send with this big machine. Oh, they send you some little flower die cuts with some little leaves. Oh, that's cute. Oh, and a butterfly die. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, and here's your little book. It tells you how to probably set it up and how to sandwich your machine together. So yeah, then there's some rubber stamps. Oh, look at that. Oh, those are cute. Not too bad. Not too bad for $94, I guess. And then there's this embossing folder. It's got really pretty flowers on it. We'll go through it and we'll run it through. We'll try it all out. And then they send you some cardstock. This looks like, I don't know, it's longer than, it's 11 and a half by 8 1/4. So this is kind of what they call A4 paper, I believe. It's like the UK measurements of paper. I'm trying to get it open so we can see. I mean, this isn't a game changer for me or anything of what kind of quality stuff they send, but let's see what they send in here. Because there's stuff that feels real thick. So they give you this blue, and I mean, this is regular cardstock, probably maybe 110 pounds. I don't think it even tells you really. They give you 2 blues, to this like a kind of mustard yellow gold, like a goldenrod color. Ooh, that's a pretty green, light green. 2 pieces of pink, 2 pieces of white. Yeah. And this white piece is really heavy duty. The white is heavier. So that's pretty cool. They kind of set you up to get you right, get you going and get you started. Oh, wow. And then they send you this humongous embossing folder that has the, oh, that's pretty. It has the, like, quilted design. Oh, that is pretty. We'll have to play with that, too. And then we have find the book that tells me the measurements of these plates. So you have these 2 clear plates, and they are 3 millimeters thick, I believe is what it's saying. But they're measuring about 12 and 3/4 by about, let's see here, by about 8 3/4. Because it's a 9-inch opening, so this is going to be a little smaller. And then you have this big thick plate. And this one is 13mm cutting plate. It looks like there's more than two in here. I don't know. I'm gonna find out if there's 3 plates in here. Okay. So you get 2 that are 3mm thick, and then you get one that is 2 that are 3mm and 1 plate that's 2mm. And then you get 1 13mm cutting plate, 1 clear stamp, 10 sheets of A4 cardstock, 2 embossing folders, and it says random, and then 2 cutting dies. Random. So maybe, you know, what I get, you won't get. I'm not sure, but this is what I got. So yeah, here are the cutting plates. And there's the 2 thick ones and the thin one. And then this one. Oh, I'm so excited to play. All right. I'm gonna get things situated, and I will be right back. Okay, friends, let's get set up here. Okay, I just kind of rearranged a few things. So this opens up, you know, the front and then the back. So, and it's quite heavy. It's very heavy duty, even though it's some plastic. It's heavy duty plastic. Really impressed with it. So, on Amazon, when I was purchasing my machine, there's a video, and there's a lady on this video, and she's showing you how to save your plastic plates, because these things can get kind of costly. And now their plates, they're a little flimsy, but I'm thinking it's because there's such a wide span that they're a little more flimsy. Now the thicker ones are not as flimsy. Oh, I got a piece of plastic or something on there, and then so these are the 3mm plates, and they're good and sturdy. So this is more or less, I think, kind of like a shim. But anyhow, the way she's telling you to do this is to put this plate down. You use the 13mm plate, then the 2mm plate, or 3mm. She said she thought she switched them. So we'll put the 3mm, and then a self-healing cutting mat. So I have an old Cricut mat that I don't use anymore, and I took a couple swipes at it with a straight edge, you know, razor blade, and I cleaned it, and I kind of sanded it, made sure I didn't have a bunch of bumps of glue or anything. So that's what I'm going to use as my self-healing mat. Probably could have cut it a little bigger, but I was kind of following her before I even unboxed it. And then, what does she say? I think she puts we'll use one of their dies just for the fun of it. Now, I don't know if I'm in frame, and my camera is like high up, and I have to get a step ladder to look. So I'm hoping I've got this all in frame. So I'm gonna try to push this up a little bit without moving everything on my table. It's really heavy. So she put this down. Then she got a piece of paper. I'm just going to use some scrap paper that I have lying around. I was printing some Hello Kitty stuff for a swap. So we'll just make it plain, and then she laid the die down, and then she put, don't mind this mat, I had one in my kitchen, and I use these all the time. These are those Dollar Tree chopping mats. You get 2 in a package for $1.50 or $1.25, sorry. So, I found this one I've used and used and used. But she says to put this over top of that. Okay. And then the center one, the 2 mil, goes over that. Okay. Alrighty, let's see here. Well, to me, that's not tight enough, so let's try the other two thicker plates. Okay. Now, this is going to be hard because I can't crank it and be in frame. So let's just see what she does. And she said this is supposed to save your cutting plates. It rolls very smooth. It's not real tight, not as tight as my Cricut. I have to shim that thing up. Alright, that was one pass. Okay. So I'm gonna fold those up and get it out of the way for a minute. And let's unpackage this and see what happens. Okay, so I have a plate there. This is that cutting mat. The die. Oh, wow, okay. It cut fine. Wow, that cut out really nice. That's a nice little flower. And it's got, you know, small, medium, large. You could stack it up. They look like little daisies. Cute. And then there's that mat. And it's not marred or anything. And it went into the self-healing mat. Now it's got like little pieces of paper stuck in it. But I'm sure you could scrub them out, or I think I have a lint roller over here. I need to de-roller. I've got glitter stuck to it. Let's see here. No, that don't do no good. We're playing together, so this is as new to me as it is to you. Well, I don't know if that is paper or if it's, not sure, but it works. And my die is not harmed in any way. So that is die cutting. Let's try this butterfly just for fun. We're just playing, testing it all out. So far, I'm really impressed with it. It's really simple to use, and it's pretty good, sturdy, heavy duty. I'm not trying to destroy the packaging. Let's use this little intricate one. Let's see what that does. It's got all kinds of little parts to it. So let's just give that a whirl. Okay, so I got that thick plate, the 3mm plate, my self-healing mat, my paper, which I'm going to cut down. And let's just stick it kind of off to the side, so just for fun. And then this cutting mat, and then that other 3mm plate. I'm gonna move this plate out of the way. And then, well, I'm sorry, Oliver. Oliver's in here with me, and he's just not been the same since my father-in-law passed away. He is like a depressed puppy. I think he needs therapy. He's terrible. He's clingy, and he's never been a clingy, cuddly dog. He's a black lab. He's been very independent, takes care of himself. He doesn't want you to monkey with him or anything. I mean, he wouldn't bite you or anything, but he just doesn't like to be messed with. Now he wants to be right under my feet. He's got to be touching me in some way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's the end of his tail. Like he was just laying behind me, had the end of his tail touching my foot. And I stepped back and stepped on the end of his tail and he jumped up like that. So, all right, let's see. Let's run this through here just to see what it does. It glides very nicely. Oh, I love this. I'm loving this so far. Right. I'm so used to my tiny little cuddle bug that doesn't, it's not heavy. It's very lightweight. Okay, so we'll take this plate off and then cut it, that cutting mat. And that's the butterfly. And now it does kind of stick to the cutting mat. I wonder if you put it like a piece of parchment paper or something. Don't mind my arm all up in your way, guys. This is just us crafting. We're just kind of having a good time. Okay, okay. Impressive. All right. That come out just perfect. Isn't that pretty? Very nice. Very nice product. I'm really impressed. Okay. Just get your little scraper tool. I like the idea. I'm glad I scrolled through a lot of the reviews because this to me is a game changer. You're not ruining your dies. So you may be able to do this with your die cutting machine. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not know what the thicknesses of your all's plates are and things, but you may give it a try. I know Dollar Tree even sells those real small self-healing mats. And that would probably work on this too if you didn't have an old Cricut mat. I've got several of them. So I just save them. I just put them in the closet and I put them up. And if I need to cut something, you know, on the floor or something, I've got this big mat I can put on the floor. And then I try to save one for videoing and then put my yucky ones underneath of it that I craft on. So that's that. Okay. Now they're saying that if you're going to do the regular cutting without all this on here, but I'm going to do it this way from now on because it saves my plates. You'd put the 3mm cutting plate, the die cut, your paper, the 2mm cutting plate, 3mm cutting plate, and the 13 base. So you're going to go 13 base, 3mm, 2mm paper, cutting die, 3mm. And it is going to cut into your plates if you've ever used a die cutting machine, because here are the ones for my cuddle bug. And this is the other reason my plates were starting to break and to chip. And the price of these plates for the cuddle bug are crazy. I mean, they're starting to chip and crack, and paper is getting caught in them. They're bubbling up so they're not flat. And I was having a terrible time cutting intricate dies. I said, oh, it's just time to get a new machine. So, yeah. All right, let's try some embossing. All right, so to do an embossing, well, we got to get all this stuff out of here. This is just for die cutting to save your dies so they don't get all mucky and cut into your plates. So, let's see here. And then, like so, you got one of these big crickets in this die plate, because that self-healing mat starts to get crappy. I could probably get 4, 5, 6 of the mats out of it. All right, so this says the 13 base plate. Got that right there. Now it has a groove in it, and it feels like there's 2 there, but there's only one. It's well, you know, it's stuck together. Okay, 3mm plate. Got that. The embossing folder. Oh, what did I do with that little one? Here it is. your embossing folder, the paper. So I just got the scrap that I have laying around. There's an Oliver fur. So you're supposed to put the paper in the, in the embossing folder. Okay, so we got that. It says the paper card inside the embossing folder, and the 3 millimeter 3 mil plate. Okay, so we've got that all together. Okay, let's give that a whirl. Okay, so put this to here. Yes, Oliver. Oliver's trying to talk to everybody. Okay, don't mind the dog hair on my stuff. I have a dog. We have dogs. Okay. Let's whirl this through and just see what happens. Oh, no, it's a little tight. Now, they say the crunching and the popping and cracking noises are all normal, so. Now, the only thing I miss about my Cricut is that it would fold down and fit inside the machine, where this handle don't. It sticks out, so that's all right. Oh my, wow, that's really pretty. That turned out great. I hope y'all could see it. I'm not sure. Let's try putting it on the mat here and see if y'all can see it. It's really raised and embossed. That's pretty. That's a pretty embossing folder. It's very pretty. Let's try the big one. And I'm assuming it's the same setup. Let's take a look at our book. Just to double check this. It's got a little troubleshooting and a little warning about children being supervised. So I'm going to say that is the same. So let me get another piece of paper here. I'm just going to use some 8.5 by 11. Stick that in there like that. Put that back on. Let's get out the embossing machine. And two, well, the other reason why I needed another one was I got on the little thing from BB Craft where, you can do sign up and do a couple videos for them and stuff and get free products and then do a few videos for them and show them the products. Well, I was running my die through my die cutting machine. It was not cutting. I don't care how I shimmed it. It was not cutting. And finally I got it to cut and I'm like, So we'll be testing that out. No, I'm not too sure about this one. It seems like it's thicker. That, like where it folds, seems to be more thick. So let's turn it around and see if that'll help some. Alright, let's just take the plate off and see what happens. No, that's not tight enough. So let's get that 2 mil. Let's try this 2 mil one and see how that does. There we go. So with these bigger folders, it's going to be a 13 mil, 3 mil, your embossing folder, your paper, and then the center plate, the 2 mil. Okay. Because that large embossing folder is very thick. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, wow, that's going to be pretty. Oh, that'll be pretty. It has like the little dots on some of them. That'll be pretty for backgrounds on cards or, whatever. And you could even take your ink and go over it probably on the raised part and doll it up. You can decorate this any way you want. So I think that's that. So let me try something else real quick. Now, I love to do die cutting of the words. It's what got me back into die cutting was Scrap Diva Design. It's all Erica's fault. Grab some of my dies here. It's all Erica's fault because she started coming out with the cutest words and got me back into die cutting. See, this was the one that I was cutting on a Cricut, and it would not cut. I had to keep running it through, and it was just terrible. So, I said it's time for a new machine. I'm trying to find some that are... But I know... Okay, let's see here. I've got the Christmas word bundle. I'll do some of those. All right, let's try this. So I want to see how it works on the phone. I'm just playing. I'll just use this snow word. Okay, so now we're back to die cutting. So move that. There's the thing. Okay. So it's that. And this. Some paper. Just find something. Let's try this out and see what happens. So we got that. And then we use the... I'm trying to find everything again. I just keep laying stuff everywhere. That's the embossing fluid. I don't want that. No. Don't want this either. Okay. Here it is. A cutting mat. And this cutting mat, I might have to trim this down a little bit more because it's kind of going over the edge. I would cut it a bit smaller than the cutting plates. Well, I just moved that all over. I should have used some washi tape, but I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. Just trying to... There. I'll just do that. Alright. You've seen me run it through before, so... Alright. Let's move this. Okay. Oh yeah. Should cut real nice. And my pokey tools and get the S out of there and that out and put this over here. So that's that. Now I want to try this with the foam and see how she goes. I have a piece of foam. Okay. So there's that. 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 And I'm going to go with the center plate because of the foam. Roll it through. Get over here. Oh, I've got a mess going on. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this does. It might not be tight enough. it wasn't quite tight enough, so I'll put that back on there. Put that back on there. And go back with this. I keep scaring myself, like this piece of plastic will be on there and it looks like it's cracked and I'm freaking out going, oh my gosh, when did I do that? But I didn't. I didn't crack it. Okay. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. I'm just short on room on my desk because I'm trying to keep it hopefully where y'all can see it. So now I'm going to take those off. Take this die off. And yeah, I cut through. It did squish it a bit. So I would play around. I'll play around with it and see about doing that with maybe just some paper or something under it. Then what I Scrap Diva Design, Erica, she has got me into this so much. It's all her fault. And then what I would do is I spread glue on it, and then I put my words down. Now I don't know where my other word went to. And then after I get those glued on and I let it dry, this was her tip and trick, and it works beautiful. Then I just pop them out. These are those scrapbook.com scissors, and I have never liked them, and there's my other ones. I have never been a fan of those. And you just kind of tug it a little bit, and I'll cut mine out so it's even a little bit easier. And then you put your paper on there, and then just pull this all out. It's pretty simple to get out of there. But she says you only gotta, just do it one time. Now, I think I need to work with it and do something with it because I've ran it through and it's shifted and it kind of like cut the foam funny. But I would work with this and see about how I would shim it up. And so, yeah, I do that. So that's how that works. So we've got that done, and we did the, oh my goodness, embossing folders. So that is my new play toy. So once I'll link it, I'll put the link for it, the die cutting machine, in the description box below in case you're, looking for a new die cutting machine. Now see, when I cut them on my Cricut, they come out just perfect. But this one kind of squishes, so like I said, I would have to play around and maybe use that thinner one and maybe a piece of paper or two, because it really squashed it. It really squished it. So yeah, it'll take some getting used to. But it did cut the metallic paper out very nicely. It's not a bad machine for under $100, so. Alright guys, I am going to get out of here, and it's Saturday, and I'm going to play a little more, and then I got some laundry I need to start on. I got to start some supper, make some chicken and dumplings. It's cold here in Arkansas today. It's very frigid. So, alright guys, y'all take care, stay safe. Remember, I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you have any questions or comments, or concerns, questions, leave it down in the comment box, and I'll either try to get you to where you need to be, or I will point you in the right direction as best as I can. So, alright guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.